Yes, in factorization method. Now let's take next method, perfect square method. What is the perfect square method? Here we have to make the expression perfect square. Now see how to make the expression perfect square. Okay, please pay attention here. If it is given x plus a whole square, then the expansion is x square plus 2ax plus a square. Now in perfect square expression, there must be three terms, of which the two terms must be perfect square. Two terms must be perfect square, and the middle term, you find the middle term should be 2 into square root of first term into square root of third term. So middle term, once again, middle term is 2 into 2 is constant. Root of first term and root of second term or third term, you can say. So we have to make the expression perfect square, and in this way you get the expression perfect square. Now here this expression is not perfect square because first term is not perfect square. Because 2 coefficient is not perfect square. So we are dividing through by 2. So that we are dividing by 2. By we get y square plus 9 upon 2y plus 10 upon 2 equal to e. Now you find that this is perfect square, but the last term is not perfect square. It doesn't make expression perfect square. So take this that side, and we know that 10 upon 2 is 2 on the 2 and 2 5 are. So I write it this way: y square plus 9 upon 2y. I leave gap here for the third term. You have to find the third term. Now how to find third term? Before that, take 5 upon 2 that side, and that equal to minus 5. I hope it is understood. Now how to find first term, middle term and last term, or we can say third term. Now how to find third term? Look here now. So to find third term, we should have 2ax is the third term. Now if I want third term here, this I want here, then I will take middle term. I will take coefficient middle term, coefficient, only coefficient, means 2ax is the middle term, is the coefficient. I will divide by 2. I will take middle term, coefficient, divide by 2 and take square. So that this will get cancel and it will be a square. So once again, I want third term as a perfect square, and therefore I will take the coefficient of middle term. So coefficient of middle term is 9 upon 2. I will divide by 2. Now divide by 2 means multiply by 1 upon 2 and take square. Take square. And that is the third term. So here 9 upon 4 whole square. 9 upon 4 whole square, and that is equal to 81 upon 16. So 81 upon 16 if you write here, then it will become perfect square. So write here 81 upon 16. But since we are adding 81 upon 16 this side, you should also add 81 upon 16 that side. Because it's an equation. If you add any number one side, you should add same number other side. Now this is perfect square, and therefore we can write direct bracket square. See how to write direct bracket. You know, in perfect square there are three terms, of which first and third term perfect square, and middle term is such that 2 into square root of first term and square root of third term. So again you will find is a perfect square. So when you write bracket, then take the root of first and third term. Root of first term is x, root of third term is a, and take the sign of middle term. See once again, root of first term is 1, root of third term is 9 upon 4, and take the sign of middle, and that is bracket square. Now simplify this. So here take LCM 16. So multiply minus 5 by 16 and 81 as it is. And therefore we get y plus 9 upon 4 whole square is equal to 16 5s are 80, but minus 80 plus 81 upon 16. And therefore y plus 9 upon 4 whole square is equal to 1 upon 16, because 81 plus and 80 minus, so 81 minus 80 is 1. Now taking square root we get,
हाँ
9 upon 4, taking square root, we get plus or minus, root of 1 is 1 and root of 16 is 4. Now write plus or minus. Why plus or minus? Because if you take the root of 4, then we know the root of 4 will be plus or minus. Why? Because square of 2 is 4 and square of minus 2 also 4. Take note. So square of 2 4 and square of minus 2 also 4, and therefore if we take the root of 4, then it can be plus 4 or minus 4 also. And that's why when we take the root of any bracket or any number, other side you write plus or minus 4. And therefore write two equations, the first for plus and second for minus, and therefore we write y plus 9 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 4, or y plus 9 upon 4 is equal to minus 1 upon 4, and therefore y is equal to 1 upon 4 minus 9 upon 4. So y is equal to 4 right same as it is, same LCM. Therefore 1 minus 9, so therefore y is equal to minus 8 upon 4. Y is equal to minus 2. Or here y is equal to minus 1 upon 4 minus 9 upon 4, and therefore y is equal to minus 10, because minus 9 minus 1, minus 1 minus 9 minus 10 upon 4, and on simplifying we get 2 2s are 4 and 2 5s are, so minus 5 upon 2. So we have the roots y is equal to minus 2 or y is equal to minus 5 upon 2. You copy this? Now let's see formula method. Now your formula method has been derived from this method. Now look here, let's compare this expression or this equation with a square plus bx plus c. We will find that 2 is not perfect square, and therefore we are divided by 2. So as we divided by 2, here we are divided by a. So dividing by a. We get dividing by a, x square plus b upon ax is equal to minus c upon a, because c will go that side and will become minus this way. We have to find the third term perfect square. This expression perfect square. So how to find third term? So third term is equal to formula, third term is equal to half into coefficient of middle term. So coefficient middle term is b upon a and whole square, and that is equal to b square upon 4a square is third term. So if we add b square upon 4a square both the sides, then this expression will become perfect square, and therefore we get x square plus bx upon a plus b square upon 4a square is equal to, here also add b square upon 4a square and minus c upon a as it is, and therefore this is a perfect square c upon. Compare this with this, compare this with this, and we get x b upon 2a root of this and here plus sign whole square. So once again, root of first term, root of third term and sign of middle. Take note, root of first term, root of third term and sign of middle. Now your LCM is here 4a square, 4a square. LCM is 4a square LCM. So in order to have 4a square, you multiply this of 4a. So this also got 4a, and we get b square minus 4ac. Now taking square root, now see, this will come down, taking square root. We get x plus b upon 2 is equal to plus or minus, as I told you that whenever we take square root, we write plus or minus. plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and therefore x is equal to minus plus b upon 2a will go that side upon 4a square. So minus plus b upon a will go that side. So it will go minus b upon 2a plus or minus. Now here root of numerator is as it is because it is not perfect square. But root of denominator is 2a. And we get both the denominators same 2a. Let once, and therefore we get numerator b minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac. So these are the two values. First you have to take positive and next take negative, and you get in this way two roots you will get minus b plus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and second root is minus b minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a.